Greetings. I want to talk about the energies of the full moon, October 9th. As I mentioned in my video about the new moon that started this lunar cycle on September 25th, we're feeling an increasing sense of shifts and transitions and changes in the collective as we move through the end of September through October, the final months of 2022. And part of why I think we're feeling things accelerate is we're moving towards next year in 2023 in March, Pluto's first pass into the sign of Aquarius. It won't move fully into Aquarius until the end of November 2024. But as Pluto begins to move into Aquarius and then back into Capricorn, we're feeling more of that surge of energy guiding us through the final phase of transition and transformation that we're in collectively to cross that threshold more fully into the Aquarian age, which I believe Pluto is midwifing us, guiding us into. So we're going to be feeling increasing tension in the collective as there are those who are resisting those changes, and those of us who are awakening are moving into the new possibilities and the new paradigms of this new world together. But as we're feeling that turbulence, the key is to hold that sense of trust that we're held and guided by energies larger than ourselves. Don't give your power away, and don't look to external authorities to guide you in how to navigate the turbulence. Remember that there is an effort by some to increase a sense of power over during this time, and hold your center. Hold your connection with those who are also awakening, and stay in trust that we can be together creating the new forms and new paradigms of the new world in a parallel way to the current structures and power over dynamics that are going to be deconstructed and ultimately transformed. So keep your focus on that higher consciousness and movement into the new forms, and don't get mired in the turbulence that will pull you into fear or pull you into despair or pull you into anger, which lowers your vibration and creates more angst and turmoil. Hold that sense of trust and faith and connect with others in this community and others who can support you in seeing the bigger picture and holding the faith and trust of what we're moving into. This full moon is supporting us in that process. And let me show you the chart. As you can see, the full moon will be with the moon in Aries opposite the sun in Libra. The moon will be right next to Chiron, also right next to Erisina, and squaring Pluto. So as we move into the time of the full moon, we're going to feel that increasing intensification of the energies of transformation, Pluto. But we're also being guided to heal Chiron and to open to these new innovative creative directions that we can go in individually and together. Erisina. Remember, Erisina is that planet that does not follow the path in the sky of the other planets in our solar system. She is 44 degrees off the ecliptic. So think of Eris Xena, and I always call her Eris Xena because Xenus was her original name, and Eris, from my perspective, is what she's been called as she's triggered a lot of turbulence because she doesn't fit conventional ways of being. So the astronomers caught in all the controversy about her labeled her Eris, goddess of strife and discord. But in reality, she is symbolic of how we can step off conventional ways of doing things and follow our own path, our path of intuition, our path of spirit, our path of creativity. She is very strong in the charts of writers, artists, innovators. So this is a time for us to feel whatever creative spark we hold that will be our piece, our contribution to moving into these new paradigms of the Aquarian age. So at the time of this full moon, particularly if you've taken that time at the new moon to be more reflective, to be tuning into your intuition, your inner guidance, this full moon may be supporting you in feeling more of the energy of your creativity and the new directions with Jupiter that you're feeling inspired to move into. And Chiron will support you in healing whatever wounds from the past may hold you back from trusting in your creative expression and creative potential. And Pluto is empowering you and guiding you to trust the transformational process that we're in individually and collectively. Now we're continuing to feel that intense Saturn-Uranus square that's exact at 18 degrees of Taurus and Aquarius at the time of this full moon. But let that turbulence in the collective be like static in the background. Hold your deeper alignment with your true self, with your soul self, with the energies of the sky that are profoundly guiding us now, with the energies of the earth, and stay tuned in to what direction you're being guided to move in with your own creative spark, your own creative gifts. And remember, for 7 months, we're experiencing Mars in the sign of Gemini, which is an unusually long time for Mars to be in one sign. And it moved into that sign at the end of August. It will be there until the end of March, when simultaneously we will be having Pluto's first pass into Aquarius, Mars will move into Cancer, and Saturn will move out of Aquarius into Pisces. So I really see March 2023 as a significant time of shift. But as we're moving towards that, Mars is supporting us in feeling an energy to explore Gemini, to be moving in new directions, to be talking with others, Gemini, and exploring new ideas, learning new things, and feeling the energy of our ability to act and move in new directions. And it's in a grand trine during this full moon with Saturn in Aquarius and the Sun in Libra. So it's a grand air trine. So I do think that this full moon may be a time where it's seeding new ideas, new possibilities, new enthusiasm, new excitement for you about the new directions that you can move into. And remember, we're still in this Aries Libra energy, and that's supporting us in tuning into these new directions that we can move into, but helping us stay balanced in our relationships. Remember that the Aquarian age is about paradigms of new forms of community in which we remember our interconnectedness and our oneness with each other and all that is. At the same time, we honor our diversity and our unique individual creative contributions that we have to bring into community with each other. So as we're making this shift, we're moving from a time where there's been an overemphasis on individualism and on competition. And we're moving into a time where we're becoming more collaborative and remembering our interconnectedness and our interdependence with each other and with all of the life around us, so that as we're expressing our own unique creativity and our unique gifts, it's in service to the whole. It's no longer about how do I express and assert myself in order to succeed, potentially at other people's expense, or in exploiting the resources of the earth or of what's around me. It's now about how do I care about the actions that I take, the directions that I go in, how that's in harmony with these energies of the earth and sky, and in service to the community that is around me, my local community, and in that interconnectedness with all that is. And I do believe that this Chiron in Aries, right next to the full moon, is really supporting us in healing some of those wounds from the age of Aries that took us into that shadow side of Aries, which is the out of balance expression of Aries, which is about power over, competition, violence, and a determination to succeed no matter what the cost to anyone else or anything else. Let me show you where this full moon is in the sky at the time of the full moon, October 9th. Again, I think it's significant what sign the sun and moon are in at this time, but also literally where they are in the sky with visual astrology. And what you're seeing is the full moon will be in the stars of Pisces and just above Cetus, the whale. So the energies on Earth that the full moon is carrying are the energies of Aries, moving in these new directions. But in the sky, the moon is in the part of the sky called the waters, and it's guiding us to tune into what those new forms will be through being willing to dive deep into our own emotions, the inner waters within us, but also to attune to the guidance, the wisdom of the sky. And with the moon being close to Cetus, the whale, the wisdom of the earth and the waters of the earth. We all have emerged from the ocean, and this full moon is helping us remember our origins and remember our oneness with the earth, our oneness with the cosmos. So allow yourself to feel that increasing expansion of your consciousness in this time, that dissolving into the waters of the sky and connecting to the energies of the oceans on the earth and the deep wisdom that the earth is giving us and guiding us as we're in these currents of change. And allow yourself to feel that increasing excitement of your own creativity and what you can bring forward to be supporting our moving into these new Aquarian paradigms and new forms. And remember, as you're in that process of transition, we're still feeling the retrograde energy of so many of the planets in this time. At the time of the full moon, Mercury has now gone direct. It was in retrograde from September 10th through 30th, and then it's stationed for the 1st and 2nd of October, and then it went direct October 3rd. So it's now direct, but it's still opposite Neptune. So we're still being guided to be moving into this new exploration of the new forms and our own gifts and our own creativity in an intuitive way, not in a left brain analytical way, but by listening to our intuition, our dreams, our guidance from spirit, our inner knowing, to be opening to those other ways of knowing that are supporting us in moving into this new consciousness and these new paradigms of the Aquarian age. So blessings to you, and may we continue to support each other in collaborating, in co-creating these new paradigms together, and trusting that we are being supported even in the midst of the storminess and the turbulence of the times around us. So love and blessings to all of you. Blessed be.